All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started here, and I am so excited about sharing this because it has made such a huge impact on my business since using it. I would never consider operating a business without it. According to some research that I did, on average, your sales go up 41% when you start using software like this. And if you were doing, just put some numbers to it. If you were doing $1 million in sales this year, next year you can expect 1.4 million. And as that goes on, year number two, three, four, if you're growing by an additional 41% per year, within just several years, your business will be triple the size what it would have been uh, without it. So it's super important to use this. My business is easily up 300% or more in just 2 years. Um, Also, 91% of all businesses with more than 11 employees use CRM software. So you know it's good when just about everybody is on it. You'll literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars more just by taking a couple extra minutes to learn how to do this and then using it. Um, so as far as this platform, the reason why I picked it is because it's super, super, super simple. It takes minutes to learn, and as far as adding stuff to it or remembering how to use it in the future after watching a video like this, all of that is just effortless. Even if you are not good on computers, as long as you know how to type up an email, you should be able to use something as easy as this. And the best part is the first two users are free. So if you set up yourself and an office manager, you guys can both work together. And then after that, it's just $12 per month per user. So getting started here, I thought I'd show you my home screen. This is what it looks like when I log in. You'll see some tasks that need to be done, some things that aren't done yet, latest updates, different records that I've added. This would also show you different records that the rest of your team add. So it's a really good centralized way of seeing what's going on. But we're going to go ahead and click on the contacts section here. And I wanted to show you the beauty of a few things. Obviously, you can go in here and type in a person's name and quickly find them. And by using the tags, you can see exactly, just a couple key words on characteristics of that person, which you can actually use these characteristics to find certain kinds of people. So let me just back out of that. So we're showing all my contacts again. And now I'm going to click on Filter. And here you'll see a bunch of different things that I have. Like I've got cold, warm, and hot for different variances of temperature, how much I think a person is going to move forward with a project. But I also have like the source of the lead. I got cold calling, direct mail, trade show. So that can come in handy later when I want to find out what kind of marketing is actually working. But in this case, I'm going to click on medium. And what medium signifies is that it's a medium-sized project. You'll see I've got small and large here as well. So by clicking on medium, I can see all my medium-sized projects that are out there. I'm going to click on Steve here. And here you're going to see different tasks that are associated with the client and his contact information. So that's really good. But I cannot tell you how valuable this history is. You would have to simply be some point in the future that you cannot remember a single thing about a certain client, or you're working on a proposal and you forget very important things, or you are doing a follow-up call and you have no idea what his project is about. All of that's eliminated, and it also allows other people to step in there and help you complete a sale. And we're going to talk about, as a team gets bigger, how it also helps you close on sales that your salespeople generate. But let's just kind of step through what happened with Steve here. January 6th, called off of a mailer. We schedule an inspection for the next day. And then here are my notes on that inspection. You can see here I put down what he wanted, what's actually going to have to be done, and then I also just put down a little bit about his roof. And then down here, I put down some key notes that I felt would be good to keep in mind in the future. So, for instance, the first note is he wants his roof done this year. This isn't something he's going to wait a couple years or has to get a big board behind it. This is something that's going to happen quickly. I also put down that he's going to get 2 other bids. Might be good information to have in the future. Also, I put down what he was very impressed by. He was very impressed by the bang board demo, which shows just how durable a coating restoration system is. And then I also put down what really stood out to him about choosing our company. In this example, he was sold on the accountability, the fact that our contractors keep each other accountable to providing great service, and when a contractor doesn't provide good service and doesn't go back and take care of his issues, then at that point they're no longer part of the group. So he really liked that, and the reason why we mark down different things like this is so if in the future he gets skeptical again about using a coating system, is this really going to work? It kind of looks like a paint. If those old fears start to resurface, you can quickly reference back to the bang board and squash that objection so you can move forward with the sale. Also, for the accountability, it'd be the same thing. If he starts to get scared, maybe our business has only been in business for, say, 5 years, and someone else has been in business for, say, 20, but he doesn't really know much about them. He can't find anything online. He doesn't even know if they are around for 20 years. Just by you being part of the group, you can just reaffirm, the different ways that you give them peace of mind. The last thing I thought I'd point out in this video of tips and how you can really put this to work for you, I put down that he's going on a fishing trip. And you want to put down personal details like this so in the future you can ask them about their life and build a relationship. So that was January 7th. A few days later, we emailed him a proposal for an 18-year coating system and then also the cost for replacement. And then in that email, I also put a little note here that we explained that the coating costs could be lower by using a system that has a shorter warranty on it. So you'll also see that I attached that proposal here, so we can just click on that and draw it straight up. And then 2 days later, it was followed up on, and there's actually a calendar record put inside of this capsule software to remind me to do that. So in this example, he says that he's leaning towards coatings, but he did want a price for the 10-year coating because he might sell the building before the 18 years are up, and when he saw that it could be renewed with reapplication, he just thought that might be a safer route to go on the budget. And then we asked about that fish. So here you'll see that he caught a 14-pound striped bass, and then he said he was going to get it mounted. So there's another opportunity to then ask him how the mount turned out, or maybe even ask to see it if he's going to put it in his office if you ever drop in. So just all part of building the relationship, and drawing up this information when you're interacting with him will really impress him on how on top of things you are. So here you'll see that a 10-year coating proposal was emailed to him. And then, again, I'm just going to move forward very quickly here. In a different video, I'll show you actually how to create this stuff. But I thought we would get into the calendar next. And here you'll see where I marked a task complete, and it automatically put that straight in here that an email was sent with the proposals. So that can be really handy just to move forward very quickly within the software. You don't have to put in a calendar record, say you put in a calendar record, click job completed, and then go back into here and say that you completed the job. All that is automatic. It's very easy to do this. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and click on the calendar, and I'll show you the other thing that I just absolutely love about this software. You'll see that there's 2 options. There's calendar and there's tasks. And what is so magical about this is that they're the same thing. It's just calendar shows you all your different tasks in the form of a calendar view, and then tasks shows you it all as a list. So if you see here, just to solidify the point, January 26, we've got follow up on 3 proposals. Go over here to January 26, and here you'll see that record. So if you prefer to view things in a task view, you can do that, or you can go to calendar. Odds are you're going to switch back and forth depending on what you want to do. But I wanted to show you that. So this will help you stay on top of things, always follow up, and you'll actually get an email every day from Capsule with the different tasks that are overdue or need to be done. So it's almost like you have a personal assistant reminding you of what to do. And even if you, sorry, I have to get back to this. Even if you don't have time for all the tasks and follow-up reminders and everything that you put in here, that's okay. And that might happen when you're on top of everything and you've got so much more activity than what you're used to dealing. It's okay if you don't get all the tasks done. And the reason I say that is because what will happen is you'll then have a list. Let me just click on tasks. You'll be able to see every day all the things that need to be done, and then you can choose what you want to do, what's most important to you and your business. By not having a system like this, you just do whatever you remember to do. And then you have some really important things that you thought you'd never forget slip through the cracks, and then you call them a month late and you find out someone else got the job. So this will help you save opportunities, not just create new ones. So just here in the last about 11 minutes, I've showed you how to use the contacts in a way that you can't in a conventional contact management system, using different tags, and we talked about creating tasks and how they link up together. The next thing I wanted to show you was how to use the sales pipeline. This might be something that you work on in the future, but if you want to get more advanced, this will allow you to have a much better idea of where you are at as a company, and then also create opportunities for each client rather than just deal with a client as a whole. And what I mean by that is, if you remember when we were back here on clients, I clicked on, well actually I guess I didn't click on it, but if I click on hot, it'll show me my 2 hot clients here. Instead, what I can do is come over here to my sales pipeline and see individual projects. So, once you get to the point where you've got a repeat customer that has multiple buildings, you can have each building listed separately as an opportunity in here, versus just calling that guy hot and not really knowing what roof is hot and which one isn't. This is something that you will want to get into eventually, and it might seem a little bit complicated now with everything that I show on this side, but it'll actually be very, very simple for you to understand and use once you do the basics of setting up a person, working on one opportunity, creating different tasks that you need to complete, and following up with people as the reminders pop up. All of this will just become natural to you. So let me go back here to Sales Pipeline, and we're going to click on Open Opportunities again. This will show you the different things that we have open right now. You can see that this is for a 30,000 square foot TPO replacement. He wants to use Flexion, and since we've provided a proposal, I put down that there's a 50% chance we're going to close. The value of the contract is $120,000. You can see here that I entered it, and this is when I expect it to close. You can see the difference on all these other ones. These what I called new, this would be someone who called in to have us come out, but I only put that at a 20% chance because we haven't gotten to the point yet of providing a proposal. But try to keep in mind, we've got 4 of them here. We've got, let's see, 120, 150, 155, about $210,000 worth of contracts here. So if I go back here to Sales Pipeline, see right here, total value of everything in the pipeline, at $215,000, just like we added up here in open opportunities. And this software is saying that based on the percentage that I put down on those opportunities closing, I'm going to make $88,000. So this will be very helpful when you're trying to decide if you should bring on another crew or make other decisions that are really hard to make when you've got a lot of stuff happening and you're just relying on your memory, what you remember is going on at that time. The other cool thing is that this actually charts out when it sees your bigger months being. So here in March we've got a small repair job that we expect to close on. Here we've got a big project, and you can just see how that all charts out here. It's not something you have to use, but as your company grows and you add salespeople, this will make your life so much easier and you'll make smart decisions. The other thing that you do within this sales pipeline tab is look at your closed opportunities. So I just have 2 in here right now. This whole thing is just a mock-up. I wanted to keep it very simple with just a couple basic opportunities so people can kind of see how this works. But here you'll see a project we lost. We did not get it. And you'll see an example of one that we did get. So in here you can actually see which salesperson closed on it and when they closed, the value of the contract, all of that. But I really want to focus on how this works in building a sales team. So when you see who closed it, you can see who is working the hardest, who's closing the most sales, so you can give the best leads to them. I'm trying to think what else that will do for you. Obviously, you'll also see what is bringing in these leads and helping you close them. So in your marketing, you don't only want to look at what's getting you the most leads, but what is leading to the most closes. I mean, if you have 100 leads coming from telemarketing, but you're only closing on 5% of them, that's a lot of running around for just 5 closed projects versus say you get leads off of trade shows and you're getting 80% conversion. You might have fewer leads, but if you're doing less running around, it's a better use of your time. So you can figure all that out in the closed opportunity section. Alright, so just as a recap, we talked about the 3 main tabs up here and how easy and effective this software really is. And then just to review, if you go here, you can find sales opportunities. I'm going to change this to blank. That way it shows everybody. You can quickly find particular contacts based on, if they're hot, size of their project, all these different things. Whatever you want to put in as a tag, it's super easy to add tags. Again, we're going to show you more of the how-to in a different video. But you can also see, detailed information about, different people that you're working on. And the other cool thing about this is when you have a sales team member who leaves, all of his records and all of his projects and opportunities, all of that is in here. So if something tragic were to happen to him or her, or if they would just up and leave for some reason, you don't lose all of that with them. It's all right here and you can pick up right where they left off. You can also depend on others to help you close sales because all this information can be shared. And then the other thing we talked about is you won't drop the ball with follow-ups. All of this is here and available. It will be emailed to you as things are overdue or due for that particular day. You'll also be able to predict your sales, get motivated, make smart decisions, and it also establishes a very strong foundation for future growth. This platform can be accessed by Apple iPhones and Android cell phones and laptops and computers. All of this can be shared with anybody and it's simple to use. So if you're really good with this but you're a little nervous that someone on your team might not quite get it, I promise you if they watch this video and see the importance of it, then watch the other videos and see how easy it is to add contacts and information to those contacts. And then more importantly, once they actually start closing more sales than what they did before and they're saving time, they'll be all over this and it'll just be a normal part of their day. Other thing you can do with this is see what marketing leads are leading to sales and who's closing the most on your sales team. And so one thing I did want to show at least how to add a contact, just again to show how easy this is. We'll go into more detail with all of this in a different video, but all you have to do is click on your contacts, hit add a person, just put in a fake person here. And then for his tags, we're going to put down hot, large project, and we got it off of cold calling. And then for a phone number, you just type in whatever. And then you can put down an address. You can even add more fields if you need them. But I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. And then as far as adding a note, all you have to do is click on this little Add Note button. And let's say that this actually happened yesterday. You can go in any date of the past or in the future. Well, I guess yesterday was Sunday, so we're going to say it happened Saturday. Dropped in while canvassing the Atlanta area. Rusty roof. Oops. And he's very interested in the coding system. We'll send a proposal. So here you could attach a photo, for instance, of that roof, or if you wanted to attach proposals, in the future, this is how you do it. It's as simple as attaching a photo or some kind of document to an email. It works the exact same way within Capsule. So we're going to go ahead and hit save. And you'll see that was added right here so that I can see it, the office manager can see it, sales team, anybody that's involved in bringing this guy in, everybody now has access and it's recorded for the future. So once Randy becomes a record like Steve, you can quickly go back and see why they were excited to move forward with you. But that pretty much wraps up the video. And if you have any questions, just let me know.